Hello, my name is Bob Herkes. I'm a member of the Hawaii State House of Representatives. I represent District 5, which is on the Big Island. It encompasses the southern end of the Big Island, and this area is bigger than Oahu. Oahu has 35 representatives. This district has me, so I think it's kind of even. It is the largest land-based district in the House. It is larger than Oahu, as I've said. It encompasses most of the southern end of the Hawaii Island, and the southeastern boundary is the north-south Kalani Road in Mountain View, and the western boundary, the Makai side, is the Hokulea Construction Road, and the Mauka side is past Tashima's restaurant. It is Donkey Mill Road, which I think is the school district. I have 2-year terms. I run in 2-year terms. Interesting, there are only 2 traffic signals in the entire district, a land area bigger than Oahu, and they're both by Kona Hospital. Somebody says, we need more traffic signals. Oh, no, that's too much growth for the district. As far as my assignments in the State House, I'm chair of the Committee on Consumer Protection and Commerce. It is one of the 3 major committees in the State House, but I'm also a member of Energy and Environmental Protection, Judiciary, Water, Land, and Ocean Resources, and Housing. And I can assure you that just this committee, the Consumer Protection, will keep you busy, much less the other 4, especially in this year. I just want to tell you some of the major things I want to discuss with you today. I want to talk about VOG. I want to talk about hospitals. I want to talk about the mobile medical van. I want to talk to you about natural disaster preparedness. I want to talk to you about natural disaster gym at Ka'u High School, water development, water for agriculture, and something called the Castle Doctrine. So let's get on with it. First issue is VOG. VOG is an ongoing natural disaster with no end in sight. The governor created an interagency task force on VOG to try to deal with this issue. As far as I know, I don't think they've had a meeting for a year. I haven't seen any notes. They have no chairperson. So I think it's pretty ineffective at best. We should be concerned about the long-term health and property damage from VOG. It's still going on. Jim Kawahikawa at the volcano says that this could go on for 10 or 15 years. Pu'o'o has been going on for, I think, 27 to 28 years. What concerns me is I think it's a time bomb that at some point is going to hit us hard. We really need to be dealing with the National Institute of Health and other agencies so that we have an understanding of the impact of VOG. One of the things that concerns me the most is the psychological impacts. If you take protea growers, for example, in Ocean View, we had 146 protea growers. There's only 3 left. They've lost everything. People have just left the state. And if you live in a place like Ocean View and you can't even see your neighbor's house day after day after day, I get concerned about the psychological problems, and we have to deal with that. The damage to the infrastructure is obvious. I mean, you can see the road signs deteriorating. You can see the bumpers on the highways deteriorating. Are we just going to ignore this so all the signs fall over? And then there's going to be a huge cost to deal with that. We've been trying to get the Department of Transportation to take a look at it. Let's deal with it now, and let's not wait and pay the price some years down the road. Ka'u Hospital must be air conditioned. If you're having a problem with VOG and you live in Pahala, don't go to the hospital because it's built to take care of the trade winds and the VOG just rolls in there. So we've got to make Ka'u Hospital a safe place to stay. Okay, so let's get to hospitals themselves. There are 3 major hospitals in the state: Maui, Hilo Hospital, and Kona Hospital. In my district, I have both the Ka'u Hospital and the Kona Hospital. The hospitals are managed by Hawaii Healthcare System, which is an independent agency that's managed by an independent board. At the end of 2009, there were some major changes in the management of HHSC, which was good. They got rid of the president, chief executive officer, and the chief financial officer, and I think that was long overdue. And so hopefully we're going to get some progress on the management of our state hospitals. We know they're always going to operate at a loss. We understand that. But what we need to know is what role should each of these hospitals play? What level of service? We're the safety net. What level of service should Kona Hospital, Ka'u Hospital, Hilo Hospital provide? I think that we need more clinics. I think we need more mobile medical vans. I think we need better ways to get people that are seriously ill to Straub or Queens Hospital. So I think we need to take a long-term look at where we're going. The other thing that we're really short of is long-term care, and we're also working on that issue. Okay, so let's go to these other boards over here. Mobile medical van. I've been trying to get a mobile medical van for 10 years. And when we were doing this board, I didn't know where the money was. Well, we found the money. The hospital has the money. They're in the process of buying a mobile medical van. We have found somebody that will fund the operation for 2 years. What this will be, it'll be managed by Kona Hospital. It'll probably be staffed by an EMS person and a advanced practice nurse that has some prescriptive authority. It'll also have the HMSA cameras and video so you can access any doctor in the state. And we are going to make sure that we put in a way to do prescriptions from the van. So, for example, you go down to Milali. You're going to be able to give the people in Milali basic clinical service. They can communicate with doctors. They can get their medication. The van will be available for schools in the district. When I made a presentation to the Kona Hospital board some years ago, one of the doctors said, what a great idea, flu season, we'll just load it up with shots and we'll inoculate the whole south end of the island. So I'm really, really anxious to see this one getting going. It'll probably be a few more months before it'll get into service. And I don't know if you know it, but Kaiser has a medical van here on the Big Island that services Lower Puna and Hilo and Hamako. So we will be able to get a mobile medical van service throughout the island. I think that we could probably use about 5 or 6 on this island. I think we could use about 20 in the state. This will be the first step. Other states have been using them for years, and I'm anxious to see this one get into service, and then maybe we can convince people that we need more of them. Let's talk about natural disasters. Hawaii is the only state in the nation that has every single natural disaster. And we have them all in the Big Island. In fact, we get them all in my district. Scientists from the University of Hawaii, in meeting with Representative Ito and myself and members from the financial, real estate, and insurance communities some years ago, said the first thing we have to do is to map all natural disasters in the state of Hawaii with some degree of certainty and intensity. For example, if we looked over here, if we mapped possible hurricanes on this island, we know that they're not going to hit Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa. I remember once they told me they did a study on hurricanes, and they said the Big Island's the biggest risk. And I said, why is that? They said, because you never had one. Now, that kind of logic doesn't fit very well for me. The scientists have assured me that we can map every natural disaster on every island with some degree of probability and some degree of intensity, so that everybody, no matter where you live, would know what natural disaster could impact you. And then we have to make sure that all of our state building codes are based on what natural disaster impact in what area. We had a bill a few years ago, which I let go, we passed it, that said you can get the tax credit for hurricane clips on your house. Well, why would we give a tax credit for hurricane clips of volcano when the probability of of a hurricane is very low? We should be giving them to areas that have a high probability of hurricanes. Volcano, what we need is clips for earthquakes, because that's what we have. And so the state building codes would be based on the risk of all natural disasters. The mindset. My problem is the mindset of civil defense in the state of Hawaii is to be